Alrighty. Hey everyone, I hope you guys are all having an amazing day out there. Today, Bitcoin is down by just a tad, but overall, I think we're having a pretty good one here. Day trading is still working out, swing trading is still working out. So today we're just going to be talking around what's happening with Bitcoin, kind of a forecast for the next week or so. And then from there, we're going to be looking at if we can find any good news. Before that, Loki's over here. He wants a treat. I told you guys I was going to move my desk to a standing desk here today. So Loki can't obviously see this treat, or he can see it, but he can't grab it. So he's going to go up on the sofa very fast so you guys can see it because he's already trying to lunge up on the, what do you call the desk right now. Come on, up. Not that type of up. Up over here. Hey, come on. Okay, I guess that's good too. Good work. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't know he could actually jump up the couch that way, but that's interesting. All right, so let's get started, everybody. Happy to see you, Villa, my man. Bitcoin down about 1% today, a little bit over, but not really bad. Ethereum down 3, BNB down 3. I think altcoins are feeling a little bit more of the pain because you are seeing Bitcoin dominance creep up a little bit more here. Overall, that Bitcoin dominance is still going down, but when the chop like this, I think people usually get a little bit more frustrated. But just remember, even though Bitcoin is technically down around like $1,600, $2,000, well, we're not even down 2%. So understand, the more we look at Bitcoin as the price goes higher and higher and higher, you're going to see multiple thousands for Bitcoin going up, multiple thousands for Bitcoin going down. And that's just the way we're going to rock and roll. But the percentage-wise, it's not going to be too crazy, right? For example, if Bitcoin were to drop down 10% today in like a real crash, you would see Bitcoin come down more than $10,000. Again, right, we haven't seen something like that happen before, but whenever it does during a bear market cycle, something like that, you know people are going to be very spooked, to say the least, right? So Bitcoin right now, still trying to test out the support level right now. We've been able to hold so far. Momentum is dying down on the daily chart, which is not my favorite here. I'm really hoping we can see something more of a boom type of effect where we see Bitcoin start to surge again, like we had right back over here with a breakout, then going higher, because we still don't have the MACD being fully green yet. We don't have the MACD saying, hey, this is a good opportunity to buy for the long term here, for the medium term. So I'm hoping that this week is just kind of a stabilizer week where we really don't do much else besides chop a little bit, maybe go down a little bit more, but nothing too crazy. And then next week we can actually have that nicer boom that gives us that bullish MACD that really aligns everything with a bullish stochastic, a bullish RSI, bullish change of characters, bullish MACDs, all of that stuff going for us is going to be great for the overall month of October, Remember, we're not even halfway through the month. I was expecting the big breakout to happen sometime in the second half of October, basically, and maybe it still will, but you can see we already had a beginning part of it, and it was a really good move, starting off at 114,000, going all the way up to like 125. That's a good move. I thought we were going to start seeing more of that stuff happening next week and the week after that, right? And hey, Lisa, happy to see you. I just gave Loki a treat since I'm standing up. So if you rewind back to the beginning very fast, you will see him jump over the sofa, not on the seat side, but the other side. I didn't know he was that excited about these treats, but I got him these, they're human grade barbecue meat treats for dogs, basically. He seems to love them. And I can pet him right here, although you guys can't see it. But it makes my life a little bit easier because I don't have to see him jumping up on me all the time. Although he jumped up on me plenty at the beginning of the stream. But that's just him, right? So we're still looking fine, guys. I want to go over here to check out some of the day trading opportunities we've had. So far, they've been working out. And I'm going to keep on hammering this because I'm thinking Saturday, maybe Sunday, I'm just going to have a stream where I just am sitting down, chilling for most of the day. I might be doing other stuff. I'm not going to be talking to you guys the entire time. But every time there's a trade, I will do a 1,000 long with 10x leverage, 20x leverage, something like that. And we'll just sell at a small point, and then we'll kind of see where we end up at the end of the day. In this example here, we might only have 2 to 3 trades per day. So this one started off at 2. It's going up. That's good. This one started at 3:45 a.m. So we might have missed that one, to be honest. But you can see that one really worked out as well. This one over here, buy, everything aligned. That one went up. This one over here, this one went up as well. So we're seeing opportunities here. And I'm happy that even though Bitcoin's going down, during those processes, we're still actually finding opportunities for day trading. So I'm going to keep on expanding on this strategy, trying to work things out. Maybe I'll make another one here, really diving into stop losses and trailing stop losses and things like that. But overall, this day trading strategy still appears to be doing very, very well. You guys know it's on my main page if you guys want to try to follow it. But I'm happy and I'm going to just keep track of it every day to see if we're making money or not, because eventually I'm going to create an algorithm that actually goes along with this for copy trading. So as far as the rest of the market, we do have some tokens that are trending today. Bitcoin, of course, up there. I can't, BNB holder is basically what I think it means, because that's the actual ticker right here. BNB holder, and this one right here, I don't know what it says, but it's been boosted, so somebody actually paid money to have it up here. But well, I might as well just actually go over here, search Google, translate. Oh no, that's what do you call, what was that? That's chapters for that IRS video I made for you guys today. That's what it was. Binance Life. Interesting. So Binance Life is actually getting a pretty good boost here today. I haven't bought it. I don't even know if I've seen this on any of the exchanges that I trade on, but none of these are available in the United States. None of these are available in the United States. No. So it's not available on our exchanges just yet. It only has a 257 million market cap, but it seems to be one of those larger tokens that seems to be trending right now. Am I going to buy it? No, because I'm not going to get a VPN to buy a token, but it seems to be doing pretty well. Bitcoin, everything else today, right? Kind of a mixed bag here, but let me go back over to the top. There we go. Now all of a sudden you're seeing a lot more red over the last 7 days, 24 hours and such, because last week was such a big one. I'm just going to use this opportunity to maybe go in and try to buy some tokens up that I think are making some moves. If you guys are looking for day trading today, Zcash is probably going to be something I'm really excited about. But besides that, I haven't really found too many coins worth day trading here. I mean, you could short if you want to, but I'd rather go long, even if I have to wait a little bit more, be a little bit more picky with some of my tokens out there. But things still seem to be okay. Unfortunately, our portfolios are still going through the chop here. Our group portfolio is up, it's gonna be down around 2.5% right now, 2.7. Not great, but it is what it is. We've pretty much just been going sideways over the past 30 days. Last 90 days, we've been going up, but with a lot of volatility, and we're just gonna have to accept that volatility as part of our cost for making some money from the market here. So when it comes to news and stuff like that today, I actually had CNBC up here, but I got rid of it because I used it for a video for some reason. I didn't really see anything that really like made me say, wow, that was some big news here. Hot stories, XRP, hottest spot coins before they get listed, spooky Ethereum correlation, you know, yeah, nothing really crazy on Cointelegraph. Decrypt over here right now, the one I was looking at earlier is this right here. Why JP Morgan thinks Solana ETFs won't hit as hard as Bitcoin Ethereum funds. And I'm wondering if we're going to see, just like how Bitcoin has a MicroStrategy, just how Ethereum has their own version of MicroStrategy by, what's that guy? Tom. I forget his last name. You know him on CNBC. As Tom. I wonder if Solana is going to have those ETFs, and on top of that, if they're going to have their own type of company that will do leverage positions on Solana and buy more and more and more and more, because I would like to see a lot more of these, specifically because I do think it will boost the underlying asset, but it also gives us something to buy during a bull market. So right now, MicroStrategy calls are incredibly expensive. I would never want to buy them, but with the new ones coming from Tom Lee, there's a name Tom Lee from his Ethereum one, I bet those are going to be cheaper. So I'm going to start looking at those and saying, hey, maybe I buy some long calls that don't expire until March or April or something like that. And then I have them a little bit outside the money so I don't have to pay as much. And then let like Solana and Ethereum kind of ride there and make me some good money overall. Those ones seem to be a little bit easier than me trying to go into MicroStrategy, which everybody plays with MicroStrategy because it is so volatile, because they are levered up, and I mean levered up. Okay, so everything else here for today, there wasn't really too much news. It was kind of a boring day because we're not really getting the economic data like we were supposed to. I don't even know if we're getting CPI data next week because this shutdown, I believe, is over a week old now. Let me just go over here to CNN because I think CNN has all these countdowns and stuff like that. Oop, that's the wrong CNN. That's the bootleg CNN I do use because I don't want to pay for CNN. DOJ indicts New York, yeah. Oh, nobody's above the law. Israel government approves of Gaza ceasefire resolution. Man, the shutdown must not be that good thing. Oh yeah, Katie Porter, she is crazy. My God, the shutdown's not even major news anymore. They don't even care about it. So, okay, let me go CNN, shutdown. I just want to see the timer. They don't have a timer anymore on here. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, it's like over 7 days old. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's almost 9 days old, this shutdown. Nobody seems to care. Nobody is worried about it so much besides the people that are going to be affected by like not getting paid. Do they get their back pay, things like that? But I haven't really seen too many people concerned about this. And I do think the longer this goes on, the more likely you're going to see people be affected, the more likely you're going to see people get pissed off. Definitely going to get more pissed off here. But again, you go to Decrypt, not really much news here. CNBC, Dow futures are up a little bit, but the overall market was not great today. Was down a little bit, down a little bit, down a little bit, down a little bit. Nothing down more than 1%, so it wasn't like a bad day. We just didn't really go up. And the same type of thing happened with Bitcoin, of course. You still see Trump threatening to use the shutdown to cut popular Democratic programs. It's been over a week. He hasn't done it. I doubt he's going to do it unless he sees some real benefit to it, right? And the funding bills to end the government shutdown failed in the Senate's vote for the 7th time. Nothing is changing. We're breaching insanity where they keep on putting these bills up and nothing's changing. I believe Republicans are just going to keep on doing what they're doing. Democrats keep on doing what they're doing for at least another few days. And then something is going to break. Something is going to go wrong. And that's when we have to see, I think, Democrats cave in this instance because there's not really much for them to fight for until they actually open the government, but we'll have to see, right? Now, one little thing here, U.S. is sending around 200 troops to Israel to help support and monitor ceasefire deal. This may mean it's a little bit easier for us in the long run to kind of get this piece rolling. Maybe that means we can focus more on Russia and do some of the stuff over there, but that Russia war is still going on, and it's almost been, like 3/4 of a year since Donald Trump became president. He's going to want to focus on that, just like how he got Netanyahu under control. He's going to try to get Putin under control. I think Putin's a little bit more difficult than Netanyahu, of course, because Israel's kind of a satellite state of ours. They're in our sphere of influence. But yeah, so that's pretty much the news of today. I was really wishing we might have something good to go around, and maybe I can even show you guys this economic calendar. We're just seeing delays and stuff like that. You can see today, delayed, wholesale inventories delayed, initial jobless claims delayed. We're not getting any information. So all of a sudden, we're going to get a whole bunch of dumping data probably in a week or two. Probably not this week, not next week, probably the week after that, because it's going to take time for everybody to get back to work, get ready for everything else, and everything's going to be off. The whole data thing is going to be off when we get back, right? However, what's so interesting about this is they might not have it done for the CPI, the core CPI, the core PPI, the retail sales, all of this stuff, housing starts, all this stuff. We might not have any of that, which means by the time we start looking at rate cuts again, the Fed is just going to have to stick with what they've been doing. We haven't talked about the Fed in a minute because we haven't had any data that really could change the way the markets are looking at these probabilities, right? So right here, there's a 6% chance we go up and we have a rate hike. It's not happening. We have a 94% chance. We have a 6% chance we do nothing. I forgot we already cut once. We have a 6% chance we do nothing, a 94% chance we cut, an 82% chance that we cut again in December, but only a 17% chance that we actually have a 50 basis point cut this month, okay? Only 17%. 94% of people are betting on a cut. I said that wrong, but whatever. We have a 94% chance that we have a cut this month. We have a 0% chance we have a 50 basis point cut, and we have a 6% chance cut we do nothing. That's a better way to say it. But again, nothing is really changing right now. Everything is pretty much in a weird hiatus. Like if you even go over here to AAA gas prices, and I've been trying to figure out, is anything really going on? Anything happening right now? Well, no. I mean, right? Let's go over here. The current average is 311. A week ago was 315, a month ago was 319, a year ago 310, right? We're going down a little bit, but nothing really has changed all that much. So we're not really seeing meaningful differences. And Washington State, our gas is going up because we introduced a shit ton of new taxes, so things have been pretty rough for all of us over here. A year ago, $4, but with the new tax, jumped up to $4.50. Everybody else is having lower gas. Washington, we tax ourselves. But yeah, so it's really, really bad over here. But look at this. We have 50 cent jump. If you go over to even something like California, right? They're the same. Washington is going crazy here, and it's going to affect a lot of people because we're a very expensive state. If I didn't have crypto, I don't know if I could afford to live here comfortably. I could afford to live here, but just I get myself a trailer or something like that, right? But Bitcoin's still doing good. We're still on the train, the gravy train, Ville, whatever you want to call it. As far as everything else is, though, I've been looking at it and I'm just like, all that breakout that we had didn't really matter all too much. Over here, you saw the breakout that didn't actually manifest because we didn't close on the weekly chart here. So all of a sudden, altcoins are just like back into holding, back into grinding, and back into not having much fun, which you can see from Bitcoin dominance still getting higher. We had a dip when everything was moving, but Bitcoin dominance went right back up, and we may even see Bitcoin dominance go up a little bit more here, which is concerning because, excuse me, we still want to be going down here. We still definitely want to be going down. Last time we had Bitcoin dominance really coming down quite a bit, right? Like back over here during the rally in 2021, it was pretty consistent. A boom, 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 boom. Altcoins raising, altcoins going crazy, everything going well for us. We're not really having that, and that goes back to what we've been talking about as far as just we only get a couple good months at max of having altcoins rush, and then we end up going back down. You can see right here, a couple good months, back up, couple good months, back up, couple good months right here before having a nasty ricochet, couple good months right here, now going back up. It's a pain in the butt, but it's just something we have to deal with right now, I suppose. I'm still dollar cost averaging some tiny stuff, the stuff that's still overall profitable for the year. But I'm going to say, as you guys already know, I'm not going too crazy into the market right now. I'm just going to keep on holding and keep on watching to see what I can do. For this one right now, because we're going to be on the 15-minute chart, I'm just going to let it chill right here. I almost just want to use this one because this trading style has been working out very well. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is I have an account with Weeks, and I have an account with the Ascendex, and I have an account with Femex and stuff like that. I think what I'm going to do on Saturday is just do trading on Weeks. Every trade I do can be copy trade on there. I'm not going to ask you guys to copy trade me just yet because I want to see how the strategy does over a period of time, right? But I think after that, whenever I see a trade, when I'm working, when I'm doing anything day-to-day stuff, my cleaning ladies here, I'm just at my computer, not really working, but just kind of playing video games, some of that. I'll have one of these charts like this chart up here right on my right hand side, maybe my left hand side, and if I see any trades that are working out with this particular strategy, I'll just buy them, go long, and I'll close them when I think I've made enough money off of them. You can see in a few circumstances like this one right here, this one ended up working pretty well. These are small little day trades we were holding for a few hours. This one right now is still working out very well. So I think overall we're still good, but I'm going to try to put together like a week of data, see if we're profitable, down, with losses so bad it kind of offset the gains, that type of stuff, and we'll have a better understanding of if that strategy is really going to work for a lot of you guys once you start implementing the fees and things like that, which can be a little bit more of a stressed time. Hey Digital K, hey Bill Showtime, Aaron, happy to see you guys up here. With BNB's nice run up the last week or so, I decided to buy some BGB hoping for a similar run. We'll see what $500 does for me. BGB is one of my favorite tokens. I've sold out of most of it obviously because I bought it at like 16 cents and I got lucky with that one, but it seems to still be doing good. Hey CT, happy to see my man. Altcoins started last February, LOL. It's been a pain in the butt. If you go over here to Weeks and WXT token, all right, this is the token I've been buying that's like BNB. It's consolidating again. I've been buying this up since it really opened up way back over here, so I'm not too concerned. But it is consolidating a little bit more, and I'm hoping it'll keep on going up once we start to see some larger moves. Like my average is way down here, so by this point I'm up like 241%. I wish it was thousands of percent, but no, we're not there yet. But just like BGB, I bought it at the beginning, kind of seeing how it does. And that's what I'm looking about, Aster here when we talk about trending tokens. I think it was up here. There you go, Aster. Go over here to the website. Right, their cryptocurrency website as well. This almost reminds me of actually Fairdesk from way back in the day, but you can see over here, Aster, this thing ride up like crazy. It's slowly dying back off now, but I think if it does decide to like capitulate and come down quite a bit, I may be willing to buy some up here to see if I can make some money down the road. Another thing that I was looking at here is Ascendex. I can't pronounce that exchange. I can't remember how to pronounce it or type it. There you go. Bad gateway. Oh, the host is actually bad. That's not good for an exchange. That's not good at all. They must be doing an update. Oh, no, there it goes. That might just be in there. Something weird. Spot trade. They have their own token. It's called ASD. It's the next token. Be looking at the monthly chart. Nothing happened in a massive spike. Back over here in 2021, it didn't really do anything. I mean, 2021 did something here, but like back in 2024, it didn't really do much compared to everything else. So I'm a little bit skeptical of this one because you can see it's still coming down here. I think they're going to need to do something in order to get this thing juiced up again with some news, something. But right now, it's just not doing anything too crazy, which kind of sucks. At least WXT is doing something for me, but I haven't really bought into a Syndex just yet, so I'm waiting for that to. I'm waiting to have some type of conviction that the overall market's going to go boom imminently. It has a hint like stocks. Retail seems to be heavy in the stock market versus memes and altcoins currently. Hopefully that would change soon. Well, usually when it comes to crypto versus stocks, everybody has to see crypto going big first, and then everybody kind of dives into it. You used to see Bitcoin go down when all of a sudden GameStop was having its second rally, or AMC was having its second rally, or that first rally. You saw Bitcoin go down because all of that money was moving, rushing back into that. Same with all of altcoins and things of that nature too. But, you know, for most people, I think it's just better just to buy and hold, especially if you're holding a more reliable token. If you guys are doing the really heavy meme coin trades, just buy a little bit, hit your limit of $50, $100, something like that. What I typically do is I just wait, and if it pops, I sell for some type of profit. And then when it comes to stocks are a little bit easier, I suppose. But I prefer cryptocurrency. I think stocks right now, you don't have to buy something that's highly volatile, right? In terms of like a low market cap stock. You can go over there and you can buy something like an Nvidia, an AMD, something like that techie wise, and it can still perform pretty well. Like one of the things we talked about, I think is Big Bear AI. All right, this is a weekly chart for this one. We've been watching this one for a while. It had a nasty little drop over here in August. Now it's going back up. Everything's really nice. A lot of volatility. It's been that way for a while, but this is a low market cap AI stock. I believe I even had, well, I know I did. I have a portfolio on Yahoo, but I don't know if I'm logged into it. No, it doesn't have it. Here's ASTS right here. This one's up 6% so far today. Told you about me buying some of this. One of my friends convinced me to buy some of this. It's been performing very well so far. Another one I have to buy here pretty soon is going to be some medical stock here. Here's AI one. This one went down quite a bit, I think, over the last 6 months. Waiting to see if this one will rebound, make me some money. SoundHound is another one right here. Go to last year. This one's still performing well, going higher, so I'm pretty happy with that one. So a lot of volatility involved, that's for sure. But you know, you can go into those highly those lower market cap ones if you want to. This market cap is only $7.5 billion, right? Not that much at all. Not that much at all. Let me see, and that's what Yield Max MSTR. No, I don't care about something like that. Top gainers. No, these are from earlier. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. But yeah, but ASTS still moving up pretty well here, so that's a nice move. This thing over the past 5 years has just been going crazier and crazier. It'll eventually crash, but there's definitely some money to be made there for sure. All right, there we go. Back over to Bitcoin. 15-minute chart. Pop this back out a little bit here. Good afternoon to you, Michael. Oh, yeah, happy to see my man. Let's see. I would agree that it's just been up and down, not at all blown season. Yeah. Well, the thing is, I guess for this season, you know, if you have a token and it blows up over a 2 to 3 week period of time, you have to scale out something. As long as you're profitable, you got to scale out something, because these altcoins haven't been moving like we wanted them to, and it's unfortunate, but that's just the way this market's been going, and we're not getting out of it anytime soon. I don't know what gets us out of this, because COVID and the free money from the government and everybody's forced to be at home, the lockdowns, you know, loss of liberties, whatever you want to call it, it changed our psyche a little bit, where nobody was going outside as much. You couldn't go outside and go to your favorite restaurant unless you had like a shot in your system, a whole bunch of crazy stuff, right? A whole bunch of crazy stuff. I just don't think we're going to get to that level for a minute, you know. And there was a lot of other stuff happening. Like as a YouTuber, you know, advertisers were willing to pay so much more money for sponsorships and stuff like that, because they know they couldn't reach them out in the world. You know, they had to reach them through social media, because that's where everybody was spending their time, on YouTube, on TikTok, whatever, you know, Twitch. that was how people were spending their time with entertainment. So all of the advertisers couldn't go out there and do the normal stuff they were doing in the past. Um, it's a shame, but like, we're just in a different type of environment right now, and I'm okay with that, right? As long as we're able to adapt and continue to make money, we're fine. That's why I've been making all these new strategies and things like that. I believe it's going to be a lot better for us once everything kind of gets settled down. We understand the new system. We're able to make money off of it. Like, because like, for example, I still don't feel comfortable doing options on Bitcoin. I can do options on like Nvidia, or I guess I don't do options on Tesla, but like, Microsoft, Apple, something like that, fine. But, or you can just buy spot, just buy the actual stock if you want to. But I think that's usually going to be good. One of the stocks that I'm looking at right now, let me see what it was. It's in my notes because I was doing some research on it. I'll make a members video about this more in detail here. Oh, I might not know where it is. Yeah, I got a lot of stuff. There's a password. Oh, there it is. ICCM. Oops, Daisy. It's called ICCM. Smaller stock. Hasn't really been doing anything as of late. But if you go to... right, medical company. Right, ICCM shares rise as FDA clears ProSense for breast cancer treatment. Right, so they may be able to get some big money out of there, which could make me some money if I play it right. We'll see how it does. I wonder if I can actually buy some options on something like that. Let me go. What's the best way to go through this right now? $66 million market cap. Option, no. Shorts, yes. Damn, I can't buy options on it. Well, I guess when it's only 66 million, you probably don't need options. But yeah, so I'm going to be watching this one pretty closely here. Looks like it's at, 96 cents? It's a cheap one, so it's not like I have to pay like hundreds of thousands of dollars to just like buy a few. And I'll see where it ends up going. So I'm testing out some stuff, going to see how it goes. Just like how the ASTS stuff is working out right now. That one seems to be interesting. But it just went through a split, so this is typically not something I'd actually buy. But, excuse me, I'm trying to get more into biotech and some of that stuff, because if you guys know me, I don't usually like to go into that space, but I'm giving it a shot, and that seemed to be one of the ones that caught my eye when I was going through the vast amounts of biotech and medical stocks. Because, again, low market caps, low money, cheap. More of a YOLO than anything, but I'm willing to risk some money on a YOLO, right? Which I think will work out pretty well. But yeah, if none of you guys have any more questions, I'm going to call it a day. It seems like the chat, like we're just kind of slowing down as a stream because nothing's happening with Bitcoin. I'll be back, well, what's today, Thursday? I'll stream tomorrow, even though it's normally my day off. Chill with you guys. Bitcoin's probably going to do something here pretty crazy over the next week or so. I'm hoping we can bounce off the 20 moving average right there, or the 50, so we can keep on going. I don't want to see us break down and start to have nastier moves, because the last time we started breaking down below these suckers, they just did not perform too well for us. So see you guys a little bit later. Before I go, though, I'm going to give one last treat here. You can see the sofa right there. I'm going to get him to come back up, but I want him to not jump up like a crazy dog. Hey, around. Thank you. And kind of, yeah. Alrighty, see you guys a little bit later, and thank you guys so much for joining again. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be putting out some more content as well. I've been doing that.